Now, these are live pictures inside Wits University. Well, just moments ago, protesting students were able to break through one of the gates here at Wits University after the protection services here at the university were not able to allow them into the premises here. We understand now that the workers here have also joined in the protest action. If you take a look towards that direction at the Wits Great Hall, that is where students also forced their way in a few moments ago. Before coming back out, the Wits Protection Service remains there. Here at the bottom, the protesting students continue. Now, how we understand has also joined the protest action. Let's take a listen to what is being said at the moment.
We have achieved our goal of shutting down the campus. On Monday, we called for a shutdown for Wednesday, comrades. It took us 2 days of protest to achieve the state that we are in right now. And now, comrades, we are here joined with the workers to say that the issues of workers are the issues of students. If we decide to protest right now, it contravenes their job. If they decide to protest, we won't have food at DH. Our buses won't move. So rather we are united and we have one way forward with the workers, comrades. Now, how this program is going to work is that we are going to allow the SRC, through the president, to come and outline the state of affairs as we are sitting here right now. After the president, we will then give it to political formations who will give a message of support in line with the SRC's mandate. And then afterwards, comrades, we are going to have Nihao to come then and issue out their issues that they have been facing, comrades. Mandla! Wetu! One Panther! One student! The president.
Mandla! Wetu! Qina mfundi qina! Qina msebenzi qina! Qina mfundi qina! Long live the spirit of defiance, long live! Long live the spirit of defiance, long live! Qina Sasko qina! Qina YCI qina! Qina NCT qina! Qina EFF Student Command qina! Qina Numsa qina! Long live Nehau, long live! Long live Asau, long live! Comrades, what you are saying as students is that nothing will proceed as normal because the situation in this campus is not normal. There are two things which we are saying now. Up until workers' demands are met, up until student demands are met, the university will not proceed with its normal operations. Up until these two demands are met, there is a complete shutdown of Wits University. And I want to say to students, an injury to one, an injury to one. Comrades of students, do not be threatened by suspension. Wits University must suspend all of us. It must suspend us and it must suspend all the workers. Comrades, our issues are simple as students. Firstly, we are saying students who are owing less than 150,000 must register. One thing which we have noted about this university, and I will say it here proud, and I will say it here without any fear of contradiction. We have a black chancellor, we have a black vice chancellor, we have a black chairman of council, but black people are suffering, but black people are marginalized. We won't tolerate mediocrity from black executives. We won't tolerate regressive black people in power. Our demands must be met. Secondly, students, we have an issue of NFSAS. NFSAS is only paying 45,000 and our accommodation cost more than 80,000. We are saying to Wits University, they must absorb the debt. If NFSAS is giving us 45,000, Wits accommodation must cost 45,000. We are clear. Comrades, we are saying to Wits, we cannot pay the 10,000 upfront payment. We are students, we don't have money. We said to them, waive the 10K fee. And Wits is arrogant. He's saying it won't do that. And as students and SRC, we have taken a posture that this university will be ungovernable up until all these demands are met. This university will be worker-friendly. This university will be student-friendly. We are clear on that, comrades. And comrades, I want to thank political formation for coming up, comrades, and showing their support. And I would like to take this opportunity to give the leader of the EFF Student Command to give us our message of support. After the leader of the EFF Student Command, we will get the message of support from the chairman of SASCO. Where is Morokoro?
Black power, no sharing. Black power, no sharing. Black power, no sharing. Black power, no sharing. No sharing. Black power, no sharing. Black power, no sharing. Black power. Forward with students, forward. Forward. Forward with workers, forward. 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 Down with capitalism, down. Down. Down with capitalism, down. Down. Down with Mbandlani, down. Down. Down with Mbandlani, down. Down. Forward with socialism, forward. Forward. Forward with socialism, forward. Forward. Thank you very much, SABC, students, political formations, the SRC as well. Mine is going to be very brief and very simple because the SRC president had already outlined some of the issues that students are facing in this campus as it is burning now. Now, our demands are very simple, and it's that all the students, irregardless of how much they owe, because if you are a student, particularly a black student, who is coming from the deeper ends in the townships, the deeper ends in the villages, you stand a high possibility of not having parents who can be able to afford your fees. So ours is simple. We are saying all the students who have a financial block and as a result they cannot register today, they must be allowed immediately to register. Now, number two, we have an issue with NSFAS. And we have always been saying from time to time that the problem with NSFAS and its maladministrations and the shenanigans that are taking place in the headquarters of NSFAS are informed as a result that NSFAS is centralized to a certain region of this country. There is no campus in this country that has an NSFAS office where students can go directly and get assistance in case they have queries and inquiries. Now, they took NSFAS to Cape Town so that when NSFAS is failing dismally, we cannot be able to go and protest against NSFAS. Its office is in Cape Town. What we'll be saying is that decentralize NSFAS. Make sure every province has a provincial NSFAS office. Make sure every university, every TVET college, every campus has an NSFAS office. That way, our issues are going to be very minimal. Now, with regard to the issue of workers, we know very well for sure, by the way, when we started with the insourcing of workers back in the years, we said that all the terms and conditions must be met, and as a matter of fact, workers must be fully insourced. What did they do? They are actually reversing as we speak. They are reversing all the benefits of insourcing. that we had fought for in this campus. As a result, our parents are not getting fee increment, salary increment, which they are being promised time and again. Now, there is no logic here where the fees are very ridiculous. They are crazy, they are becoming very expensive every day. At the same time, workers are being exploited. As students, we thought that fees are expensive solely for a reason that the labor force can be paid and can be paid adequately. But it looks like it's an opposite of what is happening. Fees are high, now workers are being exploited. Instead of an increment, their money is actually going down because the cost of living is high. So, comrades, students, workers, we are going to be doing this until someone from above comes down. If push be, by the way, if push be, we are going to wage a war against the state because the state is the enemy. The state is the enemy of what is happening in this campus. We don't have free, quality and decolonized education, which they sat down for during apartheid to discuss that as soon as we are liberated, we must get free education. Now, the state is still not saying anything about free education. So, we are going to wage a war, and nationally, it's going to be like that across our campuses. We are going to be fighting directly the state, and at the same time, because the institutions are the mediators between the state and us. What are they doing to make sure that the state is being pressurized towards the call for free, quality and decolonized education? We are going to give them pressure. They are going to give them pressure. Amandla! Qina msebenzi, qina! Qina msebenzi zonqoba, qina! Qina mfundi, qina! Qina mfundi, qina! Thank you very much.
So, comrades, we are now going to give it to the PYA, the chairman of the South African Students' Congress. And before we do that, comrades, we would just want us to be graced with a song, comrades, which will lift our hearts, a song which will give us courage, a song.
Thank you very much, comrades. Thank you very much, Makabat.
Makabane, I do not want us to dissect the exclusions. Thank you very much, Makabane. I do not want us to divide these exclusions. Be it accommodation, be it fees, be it finances, be it workers not actually getting their increment. It is true to say that majority of the individuals that are here are black. And we should reduce the actual fight into saying we are fighting racial exclusion. We are fighting racial exclusion. From a student perspective, we are calling on the government to say, Makabal, we want the government to actually nationalize Braamfontein. Braamfontein must belong to the student. Braamfontein is the hub of students. Capitalistic individuals cannot benefit at the expense of our students. So we are calling upon Umpahlan. We are calling upon Usiri. We are calling upon every single capitalistic individual to say, Makabal, we are coming for our land. We are coming for our land and we are unapologetic about that. In regard to our fathers and mothers, these people fought for us during apartheid, and for the positions that they are currently, it was due to the racial issues that were caused by the apartheid. Sorry, Makaban. They are here based on the fact that they are here on the consequences of apartheid. They led the first revolution. But Salbam is going to take over that revolution. To say nisebenza ngezinto which are outsourced. For example, if my mother is a cleaner, she is cleaning and putting toilets which do not benefit any black child. She's putting toilets that do not benefit the actual worker. So we are calling on the university, not even calling, we're dictating, we're telling them. To say that in every product that our mothers and fathers use, they must have some form of ownership of those products. Because we cannot allow our mothers and fathers to be exploited while we're here. We left our own mothers back at home. We found mothers and fathers here. And we will continuously fight to make sure that the dignity of a black child, the dignity of a black person is actually protected. Basalbam Sinan. Basalbam Sinan. Students Sinan. We will fight, and we'll actually lay our bodies on the ground if needs be. Makaban, Amanda! Amanda! We are calling them to no calling this bomb. The calling them to no calling this bomb. If phone I got to party AK. If phone I got to party AK. The rest of the style is a thing. The rest of the style is a thing. I'm feeling mama with Benya massage. I'm yelling mama with Benya massage. Negotiator. Collaborator. Negotiator. Collaborator. Manda. Manda.
Are we being a fighter?
Uyawabona bekhuluma nje awubona bayatatazela awubona bekhuluma nje asenalo baluthi uyawabona bekhuluma nje awubona bayatatazela awubona
liberation, forward. Forward with the struggle of liberation, forward. Now, comrades, we did say that we have declared the university to have shut down, and we have done that successfully. But however, they think that they are smart now. They are taking classes online, where we can't physically go and shut down. And comrades, we must note one thing here. That's discontinued data, and they are saying students must attend online. Where is the logic in that? And those students who are attending online, what are you doing there while we are here declaring the state of emergency in the university? So now, comrades, as I said, I'm only emceeing here. I'm going to allow the workers' unions to come and give their message of support, to also outline the issues from their angle as well. Anta! So,
Uvilagazi siyamazi magaboneneha uyoyika uyanganazi uvilagazi siyamazi magaboneneha uyoyika chongana ngoku usiniki 6% uyoyika chongana ngoku usiniki 6% uyoyika uvilagazi siyamazi magaboneneha uyoyika uvilagazi siyamazi magaboneneha uyoyika chongana ngoku uleta mapauza uyoyika chongana ngoku uleta mapauza uyoyika uvilagazi siyamazi magaboneneha uyoyika uvilagazi siyamazi magaboneneha uyoyika chongana ngoku uleta mapauza uyoyika chongana ngoku uleta mapauza uyoyika Amanda! Amanda! Mata! Yaruna! Down with the militarization of our campus, down! Down with bouncers, down! Malagande mabouncer, malagande! Siwafuni amabouncer, siwafuni! Siwafuni amabouncer, siwafuni! One bouncer! One bouncer! Comrades and students, mine is simple. We are here to assure you that nothing will happen to you. No bouncer will manhandle you. We are here as Nehau, and we have full access to this university. We cannot be told by people who don't have access cards. We cannot be told here at Wits by people who are not employees of the university. The university tells us day in, day out that they do not have money. But they are able to pay bouncers. Where is this money coming from? So we have already assured you as Nehau, comrades, that you have our support as Nehau. And to assure you, comrades, we have already requested the certificate to protest. As soon as we get that certificate to protect our members, because we can't be reckless, we will put this university in a shutdown. So don't despair. Ningakhathali bafundi. We know your demands, and we have already said that they are valid. So you can trust us, nothing shall happen to you. So, comrades, it is very important. We are not going to condone any violence or instigate it. But no one should lay a finger on you. We are here. We have already said that we are going to lobby the academics
from our sister union, ASAU. And we are also going to lobby the progressive black lecturers who understand the struggle of a black child. I do not understand, but I know as staff that it is very difficult to be accepted in this university. And once you have been accepted, you are still requested to pay 10,000 to access residences. I think that is ridiculous. Comrades, also the scrapping of the 45,000 by NSFAS, I think the university, you are correct, the university must increase the hardship accommodation fund by 30 million? By 30 million, as you demanded. So we are here, comrades, to assure you. But know that while we're busy negotiating for this year's salary increment, the university has refused. Hence, we went to the CCMA to request a certificate. Amanda! As we are speaking now, we know that the university has these tendencies of charging our members. These unending cases of charging our members there in the 9th floor, we call it slaughterhouse. I know you have been with us during hard times, and we will never leave you now. We will support you irrespective of what happens to us. Amanda!
Messages of support from some of the unions that have also now joined the strike action with the students. Nahal also joining the strike action, saying that they will lobby their workers to make sure that they do get increases and that none of the students are manhandled at this university. We're yet to hear from Wits University about what the way forward is, but it certainly seems that the strike action here does continue. Just I think about an hour ago now, students had been protesting in the Braamfontein CBD and then led the protesters to one of the entrances of the university. That's where that rattled the gate there when the protection services here at the university refused to open the gate. They then indicated that they are going to move to one of the other entrances. They managed to break through one of the gates at one of the entrances and came here towards the Great Hall. I'm just going to try and show you what is taking place here now. The security services at the university are still holding guard at the entrance of the Great Hall. They're still holding entrance at the Great Hall. That's where the security services remain as the protesters are inside Wits University at this time. What they've indicated is that they're going to move now towards the gate. We also saw a statement on the Twitter page of the Africa Transformation Movement, them also saying that they are in support of this protest action by the students, a peaceful protest. In this particular instance, these learners, these students are indicating that they are now going to move to other parts of the campus. You would know as well that there had been an indication from some of the students that had been online classes that had been taking place here. They say they don't understand how that's going to happen because, according to them, Wits University had discontinued the data that was provided to these students, and they're saying that they're going to continue with their protest action. From where I am broadcasting from at this point, it certainly does not seem that there is any learning and teaching that is taking place on the premises at this particular stage. Let me bring you towards this direction here, and you'll be able to see. I'll ask my colleague just right there where you see it is written Wits University 100, there where you see the protection services are, they had been overpowered a bit earlier on. When students wanted to gain access to the Great Hall, they managed to go through the gate a bit earlier on, saying that they're going to bring this university to a standstill, and they're going to continue to do that until someone in higher office comes to address their concerns. You would recall, as some of those have been stated by the unions that are in support of this strike action, they're basically saying that the 10,000 Rand upfront payment for residents, that should be scrapped because students simply cannot afford it. You would know that there's also a 45,000 cap on NSFAS, which they would provide for their residences. The students are basically saying that 45,000 Rand is simply not enough. They're also saying any of the students that may owe the university 150,000 Rand and less, they say should be allowed to register. They say that no schooling, no learning and teaching is going to continue here at these residences until their demands are met. I see that while some students continue to occupy this front part here of the Great Hall, some of them are moving towards another direction where the other protection services had been situated at the entrance initially, where you saw the students had been in a back and forth, in a scuffle with protection services here at Wits University. We're going to try to move towards that direction because that's where we see they're heading towards. Perhaps we'll get an indication now of what the next step will be for them. But it certainly seems like learning and teaching, I guess by a large degree at this point, Wits University would need to explain how they plan to move forward as these students now are on the campus. The protection services were unable to stop them from getting onto the campus when they had been here. They continue to circle several areas. They're actually moving to different areas of the campus, which is an indication that it would be untenable at this stage for any learning and teaching to continue as the protesting now continues on this campus itself. So Nahau also indicating that they are applying for a strike notice, and once that happens, they will then be pulling their workers from the hall. All right, we move towards this particular direction now. We'll try to get the protesters from the other side. It seems that they are moving to the other side of the Great Hall, circling this particular area, while of course the protection service remains there. The police themselves remain on the outside of the premises of Wits University, and at this stage, there has been no confrontation whatsoever between police and the students, the protesting students. But of course, we have seen since very early this morning when students from the EFF Student Command had also blocked the gates coming into the tertiary institution. There was another confrontation there with the protection services here at Wits University. So this is the current situation. Live visuals. These are members of Nahau. These are the workers who are saying they demand a 10% salary increase. They also say it's a state of emergency. No student will be left behind. They say an injury to one is an injury to all. They are standing with the students while the students have their own gripe, if I may, to pick with the university and trying to address those concerns that I mentioned a few moments ago. The workers here are also saying they want this university to meet those demands. If not, they too, once that strike notice has been issued, they will make sure that there will be no services provided at this particular university. So that's where the situation stands currently. We'll hand back to you in studio, and we'll give you a further update in terms of how they will progress forward.